Good morning, lads and lassies. Irish Demon here, back with another video. You might be wondering why I look extra cool today with the sunglasses on. Well, I don't know. I woke up and my eyes were super sensitive. I think it's just the time of the year. It always gets kind of like this around this time of the year. And I've been having a lot of headaches lately because of the weather and all that crazy shit. Anyway, back to where we were yesterday. I didn't have the footage for you. I have gotten it now. It was sent to me by somebody called Flat Derps, not Flat Derp. Just want to clarify. But Flat Derp did comment on something, and yet again it got deleted. MC Toon contacted me the other day. Some of his comments have been deleted by YouTube. So just to let people know, I do not delete comments. Ever, ever, ever. I'm a free speech advocate. If you put something online and you get a lot of people calling you a fucking idiot, then so be it. It's not for me to delete people's comments. Even if they're horrible, racist, homophobic, I don't give a shit. I'm not deleting them. You can face the consequences yourself. So just in case some people think that I was deleting their comments, I absolutely was not. The other thing, just to bear in mind, YouTube does censor any comments that contain foul language. I actually have to go in and manually review all those comments, and of course I approve all comments. Unless, actually, there's one type of comment that I do delete, and that's spam comments like, click here for a fun time with ladies. But yeah, anyway. So bringing it on back, we had a chat briefly last night on my premiere and also on the Beardsman about this whole thing with the two Harvard students pranking the shit out of Nathan Thompson. Sorry if I was a little bit distracted last night. I was sent some very confronting but awesome footage, and that's all I can say about that right now. And yeah, it just took a lot of my attention, so my apologies for that if I appeared to be a little bit, kind of out of the fray or whatever. Anyway, moving back to where we were. So there is a lot of footage out there. It's on Facebook, and there's a little bit on YouTube of these interactions between the Harvard kids and Nathan Thompson. Now, I'm not going to play those necessarily because, to be honest, they're fairly innocuous. There's nothing really exciting or funny in those, in my opinion. Basically, these two guys, one guy's called Jake Rossier, the other guy, or Rossier, I'm not really sure. The other guy is called Reckless Ben, and these two are pretty well-known YouTube pranksters. And this just goes to the whole thing about how flat earthers just do not know how to look into things. Literally, all he had to do was look it up and he would have known he was being pranked. Now, it's one thing for me to sit here and say, dude, you are being pranked really fucking hard. But it's another thing when all of the other flat earthers say, dude, you're being pranked really, really hard. And he just wouldn't buy it. So I'm looking at some comments on this video. At Dearth. I don't know. I thought it was Dearth. Okay, I was misreading that forever. Anyway, says, Nathan, you're being pranked on every level. And Nathan's response to that was, if you tell me, what was it again? Maybe if you tell me another 10 times, that'll make it real. How do you not see that you are being pranked so fucking hard right now? Like, it is so obvious. These kids turned up in fucking duck outfits and said that it was the only protective clothing they could use. How did you not see through this? Anyway, that's besides the point. We leave that for now because I'm sure they're going to release something. I'm not going to put any of those videos up right now because they're really long, drawn out. It's mostly just Nathan being a knob as usual. I'm going to play two other interesting videos. The first one comes from a flat earther. I can't remember her name. Some chick in Australia. So basically she explains how this dude is definitely being pranked. How he doesn't see it is beyond me. Like, I can't get my head around how he does not see that he's being pranked. Now, that being said, Nathan has been punked many's the time. When I was new to this whole scene, I opened by pranking this guy. For those of you who are relatively new to my channel, don't know what I did, how I got some early, I guess, kind of notoriety. I messaged him and I told him that I was a high altitude strategic bomber pilot and that I had absolute proof that the earth was not flat. That the earth was flat. and he ran with it. He shared it with all his flat tards, and they lapped that shit up. It was really, really funny. That was the first thing. The second thing was an infamous situation. We were lucky enough to have Team Skeptic come on the stream last night. Always great to have Team come on and have a chat with us. He's always so insightful and really good fun. But anyway, there was an incident where I messaged. So for those of you who don't know who Fight and Team are, I'm sure you all do. They're two guys that make awesome content, do really funny like interviews and stuff like that. But anyway, basically, Fight the Flat Earth was he used to be a submarine nuclear tech, basically. Really cool job, fucking awesome title. But anyway, so I messaged Nathan Thompson. I said, I'm a former naval colleague of Fight the Flat Earth, and his real name is actually Charles McCann. And I gave him this detailed history, this detailed background of like this guy's story and all this NASA fucking hidden covert cabal kind of shit. This guy bought it up so hard and basically questioned the lads about it. It was really, really funny. So he's pretty easy to prank actually, because he's a conspirator. He's gullible. That's what they are. That's what they do. Anyway, so basically, this first video comes from this chick in Australia. Again, I can't remember her name. Doesn't really matter. I heard some of the recordings of some of the activity that went on Discord last night. There was war, man. There was World War III. You had some people defending Nathan, but the majority calling him fucking idiot. And Nathan got drunk and started crying on YouTube and deleted it. Too bad, Nathan. I got the footage. I got it from somebody said that there's a channel out there called Everett Anderson posted something, and the other one was Flat Derps. That's the one I'm going to be using for now. It's just really funny, and I'm going to touch briefly on the hypocrisy of it in a minute. Now, this video might be a little bit longer than my usual. Usually I go for about 20 minutes. This might be slightly longer as we break down a few things, but that's all right. We're all friends here. We can all have a laugh. Lads and lassies, I'm going to roll the intro, which I should have done about 8 minutes ago, and it's going to go straight from that sexy intro, thank you, Doctor Who, straight into the video from that Flat Earth lady. I'll get her name in a minute, and we'll break it down.
Hello wherever you are on this beautiful earth. I feel really obligated to make this video because Nathan Thompson, who is a flat earther like myself, came into the voice channel today and he had some friends with him. And these are his friends, Reckless Ben and crew, that are making a punked style video on flat earth. And Nathan Thompson is the star of the show. Now, we've tried to warn Nathan Thompson about these people. These people approached Nathan, apparently, and told him that they tried to debunk the flat earth and they couldn't, or something along those lines. And now they wanted to do a documentary on flat earth. But if you do a little, 15 minutes of research on these guys, they've done a full expose on the Scientology church.
All right, guys. So, you might have noticed I jettisoned the old glasses there. I noticed there was a ton of glare when I was looking back at the video, but I'm too lazy to go back and change it now. I got way too much shit to do anyway. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the video from, I think it's Becky K in Australia. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about. If you are already really stupid, as we all know Nathan is, it's really easy for people like me, who is not that intelligent. I consider myself reasonably smart. I'm pretty savvy. I'm able to see through bullshit pretty easily. But this guy lapped this shit up, man. Like, even this lady, who's a flat earther, usually they stick together and they kind of back each other up. But now they're starting to implode because one of their kind of cult leaders or self-proclaimed cult leaders has obviously made a fool of them. What can I just say? Again, on like this big show. So like, we all see the bullshit, from his interviews and his debates and things like that, where he makes an idiot of himself anyway. So that goes without saying. But flat earthers seem to back that stuff. They seem to like that stuff, and that's fine. But we also saw Beyond the Curve, or whatever the fuck it's called, on Netflix. That was just like this, but it was a little bit more controlled, where they made it seem like they were really trying to make a documentary about how the Earth is flat, but in actual fact they displayed these people as a bunch of morons, which was awesome. This is the second time he's been caught for this kind of thing, where he's just lapped it up. They jetted him out, gave him a hotel room, made him feel all important, and he's just like, I am important, and here we go. He's caught again, making himself look like an absolute dickhead. So when another flat earther is calling you out for this, plus like Jaren called him out, all of these big time flat earthers called him out. Oh dude, it's so funny that he's just fallen for this hook, line and sinker yet again. Anyway, let's listen to what Becky's got to say, and we'll bring it on back.
I think it's a 4 or 5 part series, in fact, where they infiltrate the church in several different settings and expose them. So basically, what they are doing now is making a comical expose on flat earth and ridiculing all of us. And Nathan is the head of the show. So let's have a listen. After we've warned him in the Voice channel today, this is what he says to these guys. This is Friday night back in his motel room that apparently they paid for. A fully paid retreat, weekend, whatever it is that they're doing to make this, alleged documentary on debunking the globe.
For a batch, and that batch will last you like a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
One of the other things, too, is like, if you guys were trolling me, you wouldn't come to hang out on Friday night, you know what I mean?
We're just,
you
we're
guys
bored, we're from Mass, we're fucking bored, we know nobody out here. Like, let's kick it.
You guys would seriously just be at home laughing at
I gotta say, right, you guys know I don't like Nathan. I don't like how he mistreats women. I don't like how he mistreats children and elderly people. If he wants to accost a fully grown adult on the street and they tell him fuck off, that's cool, man. We're all adults. We can look after ourselves, right? But when it comes to kids and women and, old people, it's not cool. I've got a lot of problems with this guy. There's no doubt. I'm sure a lot of you do. Not to mention he's massively trans and homophobic. He's a racist, and I don't throw these things around lightly. You guys know how I feel about people just openly calling people, homophobic, racist, all the rest of it. And he's massively anti-Semitic. We've all seen this stuff before. So I've got a lot of problems with this guy. But I'm still a human being. And so I still do feel sorry for people sometimes. And it's kind of funny, but also sad to see this guy like, you guys like me, right? You wouldn't be doing this to me, right? You're my friends, right? Dude, how can you not see this? I mean, there are times where I genuinely feel sorry for this guy, like the you and me crying in his car, etc. I do feel bad sometimes, but then I just remember all the shitty things he's done, and I'm like, it's actually kind of funny.
Did you catch that? See him? Comes and looks in the camera. He stands up, adjusts his pants and has a giggle, and he has a swig of his drink because they're pranking him. And get this, it gets worse. This is why I'm warning everybody, because listen to what Nathan says here.
real men protect kids and women, dude, because they can't protect themselves.
All right, so I'm sorry to cut in so quickly here, but I have to. I feel I would be doing a great disservice to everybody if I didn't cut in right here. Now, as you guys know, when it comes like politically and all that kind of stuff, I'm a left-leaning libertarian. So I'm when it comes to accepting everybody and all that stuff, I love everybody, man. I genuinely do. I don't just say that. I genuinely do. I accept everybody for who they are. But I am a little bit old-fashioned, okay? I grew up in an old-fashioned environment. My dad has kind of old-fashioned values, and I agree. Women and children do need to be protected. The strongest people that I know in my life are women. No question about it. But I do agree with him. Women and children are more vulnerable. Of course they are. That's a standard thing. I'm not saying that, we need to be the big cavemen and look after our women, ooga booga kind of thing. Nothing like that. I'm just saying that women and children are open to attack. They are more vulnerable. And so we do need to protect them. But you know who we need to protect them from, Nathan? People like you. People who accost children in playgrounds. People who accost women while they're out cycling on their own and chase them. Dude, you're such a hypocrite. How some of your supporters don't see how much of a hypocrite you are is beyond me. Anyway, sorry guys, I just had to interject with that. Let's listen on.
I'm not saying women are weak or anything, but men are these like stronger protectors, and I just feel like we have that role where if the women and kids are being lied to, it's our job to tell them.
Okay, Nathan, it's my job to tell you yet again, these people are lying to you and making fun out of you when they showed up in their ducky suit, in their yellow duck suit, and told you it was because they couldn't get hold of hazmat suits. My goodness me. Now listen to this, guys. Listen to this. This is Nathan again.
Is there any way you're getting trolled?
That's what they get for hanging out with you.
Is there any way it's a long troll? Is all I'm trying to ask, Nathan.
No, they're cool, bro.
Okay. Fair enough. The duck suit worried me a little bit. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, they didn't have COVID shut down like all suppliers, so they didn't have any like way to get real hazmat masks and stuff. And those duck suits like had what they needed, some sort of insulation in the fabric. And our director got shocked from like 10 feet away from the magnet. And I heard it, bro. It was like, it sounded like a lightning bolt, bro. It was insane. I was like, oh shit, are you okay? And he was fine because of the suits.
I mean, look, we all know Nathan Thompson is stupid as fuck, right? But how stupid do you have to be to think, oh my god, that two Harvard students who built a super magnet, a super electromagnet, wouldn't first of all just have hazmat gear from fucking Harvard maybe, but would actually turn up in duck suits and tell you that those duck suits that they got from a costume store have the right amount of insulation. Are you fucking kidding me? How did you fall for this? How? Oh my god, man, you're so stupid. Oh, Jesus, Murphy. I just can't believe it, man. I can't believe you could be this fucking stupid.
Okay, that's him there. This is Reckless Ben here in one of his, shoots, one of his exposés where they expose cults, basically, and things like that. So I'm really disappointed that Nathan couldn't at least listen to us, because he could have flipped the script on these people.
You see, there's the fundamental flaw in that question, in that argument. Nathan Thompson doesn't listen to anybody, because as far as he's concerned, he's right about everything. For me, I get it wrong all the fucking time. I either trip up with my words, or I just get things completely wrong. And if it's pointed out to me that I'm wrong, I'll accept I'm wrong, and I'll usually correct it if it's important enough. As an example, last night when I was making a point about the Steven Crowder show or whatever, I accidentally said that the Young Turks was right wing when I meant left wing. I made a mistake. I didn't double down. I was like, I'm fucking sure I said that was left wing. But then when I checked, I was like, oh no, I did say that was right wing by accident. Things like that. Nathan Thompson never corrects himself. He never accepts when he's wrong. He tries to spin it as, oh, it's some kind of conspiracy. That's what he always does. So accepting anything that Nathan Thompson says is the truth, first of all, is stupid. Second of all, thinking for 1 minute that he's going to accept that what he's done is wrong or that he was mistaken, then you're stupider than he is if you think he's ever going to do something like that. But anyway, let's move on, and then we'll get on to the last clip that I want to show you guys, and we'll leave it for now. But yeah, here goes.
And now what he's given them is a lot of data, a lot of footage over the weekend. So they are going to make the most embarrassing expose on the flat Earth. And he's probably going to turn around and say something like, oh, good publicity, any publicity is good publicity, but no, okay? If you're going around being a spokesman for the Flat Earth movement and you're embarrassing us and ridiculing us, that's not okay. You're no better than the Flat Earth Society that says that we're on a disc accelerating in space, Nathan. The way that you are going to come across in this, you think that's okay? And if everybody justifies this, that's not okay.
So yeah, I'm with you there, lady. Whatever, we might disagree about, I think we can both agree that Nathan just accepts whatever he's told, especially if it makes him feel important. And that's what all this is about, So there's a few videos where Nathan posted live streams of him talking with these guys at looked like a cookout or something like that. For you in Australia, that's a barbecue. Anyway, so like all of the flat earthers that were there were so skeptical of these guys. They were grilling them, questioning them, and Nathan kept kind of like trying to back them up and be like, no, they did this because of this reason, rather than letting them answer the questions and trip themselves up or whatever. So it was so abundantly clear that all of the flat earthers there did not believe that these guys were legit in any way, shape, or form. All of the ones on Discord didn't agree with him, but they're afraid to talk out against him because of how aggressive he is and how he goes on the attack against these people. So anyway, yeah, let's move on to the next. The next portion is Nathan's response to all of this, which he immediately deleted. And there's just a couple of things I want to talk about on that one. So yeah, let's play the clip. Roll the clip.
You guys want to hear a funny story? Last night I was yelling on Discord so loud. The security guard came up and he's like, "Yo, can you keep it down?" I'm like, "Sorry, I'm just on the phone." That was funny. But, so, a lot of people, dude. A lot of people talking about what happened this week. I just wanted to go live and answer any questions you guys have or whatever, dude.
So before we start getting into the meat of this, I just want to point out something. So as you can see on the table there, there's booze, there's cans, and the subject of the video appears to be heavily intoxicated. Now, I've got no problem with that whatsoever. I got booze right there. I don't really drink a whole lot. He was talking about blazing with these guys the other day. Got no fucking problem with that whatsoever. Smoke until the cows come home, as far as I'm concerned. But what I do have a problem with is when somebody like this abuses Aaron Ra for drinking stout on a live stream, like, drink another one, trying to use it against him, talks about drunkenness, intoxication like it's a bad thing or whatever the case may be, while simultaneously producing videos where he is pissed as a coot in all of these videos. It's, again, more of the hypocrisy of Nathan Thompson. I just wanted to point that out. We'll get to another thing after we play the rest of the video.
Love is blind and you love flat earth. Can't fault you, man. Told you they were satanic. Love you, brother Nate. All good. And God will be glorified, right? All things. Here's the problem with people who don't know the Bible. They don't understand all things work towards good for those that are called.
That's one thing that gets me about religious extremists like this guy. He talks about people that don't know the Bible or whatever. What about all the Muslims in the world? All the Hindus, all the Sikhs, all the Buddhists, not to mention all of the other religions out there. Are they all wrong? All those religions, some of them have been around for thousands of years before yours. Not to mention all of the religions throughout history. They're all wrong and you are right. A drunken, girlfriend abusing... I won't continue with that tirade, but you know what I'm saying. It's kind of ironic, isn't it?
Just stop pumping it up more than it has to be. You're going ego nuclear right now. ISIC, you're blocked forever from my channel. I'll see you later, dude. See you later, bro. Jaren, was sticking up for you, dude, just to let you know. Dude, he's crying about how I got pranked the whole time. He wasn't even there. He doesn't know for sure. He was saying stupid shit like Nathan didn't even see the test. So, it's whatever, dude, you know? Yeah, he's got to coddle his sheep, you know? Like a good cult freaking... Because people who don't follow Jesus, they're the center of the world, bro. They worship themselves.
It's so ironic that he talks about people being cultish sheep, immediately followed by how you need to follow Jesus and all this kind of shit. Does he not see the hypocrisy, like, at all? I mean, it's mind-blowing how the cognitive dissonance of this guy is just so blatant all the fucking time. It's magnificent to behold somebody to be just so ridiculous in their thought process. Yeah, it's outrageous. When he says, we don't know for sure. Yes, we fucking do. The two guys have literally got prank channels. And they've done this to Scientologists and other cults. Just like yours.
I don't worship myself. I follow the truth. So, no offense, dude. If I'm a believer in Christ and you're not, we are not cut from the same cloth right now. Maybe one day. I was an atheist at one time too, you know. I didn't always believe. I used to hold my middle finger up to God and say, if God's real, why doesn't he strike me down? Sean's gone forever, dude.
That was me. Just so you know. That was me.
See you later, bud. Sounds like a drunk. Earth is Castar. Yeah, superweight ZYXW VUTSRQPONM OKJHGFEDCBA.
Just in case you're wondering, no, he did not have an aneurysm there. He was reciting the alphabet backwards, which he thinks makes him smart or intelligent or more enlightened than you are. But all it means is that he's able to recite the alphabet backwards. I can't remember the last time that I ever needed to do that or would ever need to do that. It's, you know what little kids do, but just in reverse. Well done, bud.
See you later, bud. God, people are so lame, dude. So, I love that block button, by the way. I'm a little tipsy. I did have a Bretta. Sometimes when I mix sours and IPA, my skin gets all red. I haven't figured out what that's all about. I'm not like wasted. I don't know. People should be celebrating for you. Either they lied to me or they didn't. And either way, it's funny as hell, in my opinion. They have nothing. They have nothing. The Globers have nothing. They're so boring and redundant. So either people figured out it's flat, which happens all the time, or they lied to me, which happens all the time. You know? You ever had a girlfriend? I checked. Harvard confirmed those guys were legit. Really? Mahatma, you said you checked. Harvard confirmed they're legit. Can you please email me that data or anything? I would love to see that. Because, like, either Jeb lied to me and paid thousands of dollars for all this stuff, and those guys didn't go to Harvard, or like they actually did. I think they did. Those guys were very intelligent, nerdy, very freaking, not actor, prankster, YouTube, stupid trolls.
Except, as your fellow flat earthers have told you, if you spent 2 fucking minutes looking for it, you would have found that they are literally YouTube prankster trolls. That is literally what they do. You said not actors, but earlier in a video, one of them told you about how he had a great background in acting and his parents wanted him to go to Harvard because somebody brought up the fact that they looked him up and found out that he was indeed an actor. So you're just lying again, as always, man. Everybody's against you on this one. Everyone knows that you're being fucking pranked. And you just can't see it, man. You can't see the forest for the trees. You're pissing on my hand and telling me it's raining.
Like nerdy smart. They're probably watching the video right now. Austin's calling me right now. What's it? I'm just live, and I wish I could talk to him on here somehow. I checked. Harvard confirmed those guys were legit. Right on. That's cool. I just want to see some data about that. Nathan may have been an elaborate prank. Jared wanted people to know. Cool. Austin said, bro, talk to me. All right, I'm going to hang up on you guys and talk to Austin, dude.
So not long after posting this video, he deleted it. Unsurprisingly, because he looked like a fucking idiot in this video. Literally, everybody's like, dude, you're being pranked. How do you not see this? And that's not just coming from globe heads. That's coming from flat earthers and globe heads and your own friends. That's obviously why fucking what's-his-face Witsit, who's another absolute piece of human garbage, is like, dude, you need to talk to me right now. You're being pranked hard. Get the fuck off the internet. Anyway, lads and lassies, that is all I've got for now. I would recommend go check out the videos. Just go to his YouTube, download them, and watch them independently of YouTube. It's quite funny. It's quite obvious, I think, to anybody with half a brain, which obviously excludes Nathan Thompson. But it's obvious to most people that he's been punked so fucking hard, and he just doesn't see it. I've done it to him twice. And he bought it both times. He's been punked so many fucking times, man. It's unbelievable. So throughout this video, yet again, he lies. He says things that he literally knows not to be true because he literally showed in a video earlier in the same day, etc., etc. He does this all the time, and unsurprisingly, he's a massive hypocrite, which we all know already. Drinking booze while also complaining about people drinking booze. Just one example. Again, I've got no problem with people drinking booze. I fucking go for it. I don't care. Smoking weed while also complaining about people smoking weed, among other things. Talking about looking after women and kids when, we've all seen the video of him abusing his ex-girlfriend, etc., etc. It goes on and on. This guy is just, oh man, he's unbelievable. Anyway, lads and lassies, I think after this it's fair to say he's probably lost a ton of respect from the flat earth community. And we're never going to see the end of this guy, but here's the thing. Once flat earth is dead, it's dead. The whole thing is gone. Soon we're going to have the Artemis missions going to the moon again. It's just undeniable at this stage. So I don't know what this fucking loser is going to do once flat earth is dead and flat earthers start to kind of recede into the depths of the internet once again. But anyway, lads and lassies, thank you so much for tuning in and checking that out. I've got to go now and have a look at some really beautiful footage. But aside from that, if you do want to support the channel, I really do appreciate the support. I am trying to make something big out of this channel if I can. I'm putting it all in. I'm really putting the effort in. So I'd appreciate you hitting that like button on the way out. Do subscribe if you haven't done so already. I post footage pretty much every day if I can. I've got one more final for university, so I'm going to be able to put a lot more effort into these videos after this week once that's done. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting more done. I'm going to be doing some other things too, some new shows and things like that, and getting more guests on, doing some more panel stuff, that kind of thing. If you want to support the channel in other ways, I also do have channel membership. You can become a member, or you can become a Patreon for as little as just $1 a month, less than the price of a cup of coffee. But aside from that, guys, if there's one good thing to take away, there's a lot of negativity in these videos. There's a lot of negativity in the world right now. So what I would say to any one of you out there who's listening is just do one positive thing for somebody today. Could be anything. Just, tell somebody they're looking good. Tell somebody that, you appreciate them. Buy someone a coffee. Fucking put $1 in a homeless guy's cup. Whatever it may be. Just do something nice for one person today. And, maybe we can make the world a slightly better place, one step at a time. Lads and lassies, thank you so much. Gurv Mila Mahagud and Sláinte.